Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Loft Kids Fest 2021 at-home edition. My name is Jeff. I'm the program director here at the Loft Cinema. I just flew in, and boy, are my arms tired. So, I'm really excited to be here with you for the new Kids Fest this summer. We're not together here in the theater, but you are getting to watch 4 days of great free movies at home, however you want, wherever you want, and with whoever you want. I'm watching this year's Kids Fest with my old pal, Kevin. Are you ready for some good movies, Kevin? Well, he doesn't say much, and he always says the same thing, but he's very excited. Now, you're also not getting our classic free popcorn this summer, but I encourage all of you to make some popcorn at home in your microwave or your oven with your parents' help, kids. And I'm going to just eat some free popcorn here. Oh, yeah. It's delicious. Now, I want to thank our great Loft Kids Fest at Home 2021 sponsors. Our gold program sponsor this year is Long Realty Cares. Thank you, Long Realty. And our program sponsors are Bisbee Breakfast Club and Southwest Gas. And our film sponsor for today's film is the great Bookman's Entertainment Exchange. Cool, huh, Kevin? Yeah. So not only are you watching 4 free movies this week, but you're also getting a free, amazing crafting video from our pals over at Mildred and Dildred Toy Store, which is located somewhere over there. You're also getting a free short film. You're getting a special surprise video from one of our community pals. And because we love giving stuff away here at the Loft Cinema, we are also hosting a free daily raffle. What? Kevin? Yes, you're eligible to enter the raffle, Kevin, because it's open and free to everyone. And the prize this year is coming from Bookman's Entertainment Exchange, which is why Kevin's so excited, because Bookman's has all the cool stuff. So make sure you enter that free daily raffle every day at the link underneath the description of the film you're watching. So today, we're going to be hanging out with my old pal, Charlie Brown. He's a bit of a sad sack. You remember what happened when he bought that Christmas tree and all the needles fell off. Well, luckily he has Snoopy, his faithful dog, who's hilarious, to kind of lighten things up. And Snoopy is also an aviator, known as the Red Baron. So we'll see if the Red Baron makes an appearance today in our Charlie Brown film, Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back. This is from 1980, and it's called And Don't Come Back because some of Charlie Brown's friends like to give him a hard time. But in this film, Charlie Brown and all his pals are going to Europe as exchange students. And he's going with Peppermint Patty and Linus and Marcy and Woodstock and Snoopy. And they get into all sorts of hijinks. They play at Wimbledon. I think there's a haunted house involved. It's pretty fun. And it's always a good time with Charlie Brown. So make sure you join us tomorrow for another great film. And right now, let's turn it over to Nikki from Mildred and Dildred Toy Store, who's going to give us a great crafting idea that we can do at home. All right, Kevin, we're going to have to fly, and then we'll watch the movie from home. Kids, please enjoy Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, kids. Let's go, Kevin.
Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I'm here at Mildred and Dildred at our new location at Pima and Swan. I want to show you something that I think is very cool. I like doing things with yarn and I hope you do too. I'm going to show you how to make this little weaving with paper plate and yarn and scissors, and it's going to be great. Let's go find out how. So you either need 1 heavy-duty plate or 4 flimsy plates like I did, a pair of scissors, and yarn. So first you're going to make little cuts into the edge of your plate. Don't go all the way through, and just like follow the little lines until they're spaced evenly all the way around. And then we're going to take yarn and create our warp thread. That means like the thread you thread the loom with. So put it through one of the slits and leave about 6 inches on the back, And we're going to take that yarn and go across the plate and then flip the plate over and bring it through the slit right next door. You don't have to pull super tight. It's actually better when you're weaving things in general to just use a little tension, but not a lot, because it'll start to pull and get crazy. So you're just going to keep on going just like that until your plate is full. And then we're going to start weaving. So you'll take about a yard of yarn and go over and under all the way around the plate until you make it back to where you started. And then you can kind of pull it a little bit and tuck that tail behind. The only thing that's a little bit tricky about it is that you kind of have to pay attention to what you did when you went around before. So if you see that you went over, then the next time you pass that thread, you go under. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's how you change color. You just knot them together. That's probably the hardest part. And then you just keep on weaving. And as you go around, you'll tuck that little tail, the little knot behind on the back side of what you're weaving. Here it is again. Change colors again. Because why not? And here's how you finish. So I'm at the end of my yarn and I just keep going over and under and over and under and over, and then I kind of tuck it behind, and then you're going to take all these threads off the loom. Don't worry, it won't pop off. The yarn kind of like grips onto itself. And then we're going to take these loops and use a pair of scissors. So you'll snip a loop and then you'll tie a little double knot. Don't pull it too tight because then it'll make the little weaving a funny shape. And you'll keep cutting the loops and tying knots all the way around. There's going to be 2 threads that are long, and we'll use those. I'm going to give it a haircut here. You'll use those to make a big loop so that you can hang up your little weaving if you want to. And then I'm going to go and cut all the little hairs. And then look at this incredible cool thing you made. Bet you could make posters or something. Great job! Come and check us out in the store or online at mildredanddildred.com. And thanks for supporting the Loft Cinema.
Hi friends, this is Sequoia from the Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona coming at you with another kitchen chemistry activity you can do in your very own home. Today we're going to be making crystals. The kinds of crystals we're working on are very similar to these guys. All you need for our experiment is some borax. You can also substitute with sugar if you don't have this at home. It's going to make your experiment a little bit different, but it can work too. You're also going to need some food coloring, some pretty thin string, a pencil, some pipe cleaners, a tablespoon measurer, some scissors, a glass jar, and a few cups of boiling hot water. If you need an adult to help you out with this, no problem. Wait for Jasper to move. First, you're going to need to take your pipe cleaner and form it into whatever shape you'd like. It can be a heart, it can be an emoji. What I did was a little star, and then you're going to take a piece of string and tie it to one of the corners of your shape. Once you have your string tied to your shape, you're going to tie the other end of the string onto your pencil. This is what's going to hold our shape afloat in our solution. As for our solution, you're going to need to take a couple of cups of water, the boiling hot water, and put it into your glass jar. Careful when handling this because it's going to get hot. Next, we're gonna take some borax. For every cup of water, put in at least 3 tablespoons of borax. Now that your solution is super cloudy and you've got a lot of powder at the bottom, we're gonna mix it up until all of that borax is totally dissolved. So once you've got it pretty clear, you're gonna add whatever food coloring you'd like. I'm gonna make my star nice and bright yellow, so I'm gonna add just a couple drops of yellow food coloring. And then we're gonna take our pencil and our Tide pipe cleaner and just gently drop it into the liquid. And then we're gonna leave it there for at least 24 hours. You can let it sit for 3 days if you'd like to. The more you let it sit, the more crystals are gonna form. Keep it in an area that's not gonna get bumped around or messed with too much, and then we'll see how it turns out. Wow, that was fast. Here's our completed crystal. We're gonna untie it from our pencil and dry it off a little bit. And there you have it, a completed crystal. But Sequoia, what happened here? Crystals are formed when a very hot liquid that has dissolved or really small bits of crystals in it is slowly cooled over a long period of time. Borax is already just really small crystals. When we put them into boiling hot water, that water is bouncing all around, those molecules are bouncing all around, and then slowly as that water cools, those molecules are going to come back together. In crystals, when they reform into the shape that they originally were. So if they were a tiny little cube-shaped crystal, when they reform, they become bigger and bigger cube-shaped crystals. And the fuzziness of the pipe cleaners allow those crystals to cling to it really easily. So we have a crystal shape. Thank you so much for watching. Please share with us your crystal creation. Share it using the hashtag #VirtualGSSOAZ, and we'll see what we can make together. See you later.